This is just going to be a quick tutorial on how to make your own booklet. The one I did was obviously on meditations. I read 7 different translations, these 4, and then 3 digital copies. What I did is I found all my favorite sections, then I went through all the translations and found my favorite translation of that section. Some sections had one sentence I liked by one translator and another sentence I liked by another, so I also did combinations, but I kept it pretty true to its original. Didn't take too much form for function, so what I did, I just went through it, marked all the best, or not best, but my favorite sections, and who it was translated by. And here, let's get this out of the way. Then I'll actually show you the booklet. Let's just pull these away. This is the actual booklet. The artist is S.K. Moon, who did my cover, or he didn't do it for me, I just printed it out and colored it. If you're watching this, S.K. Moon, you should color one yourself, because I'm sure you could do a lot better. I just took some colored pencils real quick to it. And this is just like the prototype, my very first one, and you can see I messed up with the staples. This one's just the very first one I did. I was thinking I needed one in the middle, but you don't. You just need 2 on the outside, like a couple inches in. I didn't even use a ruler, so you could be a little better. This is just 10 pages of all my favorite sections from meditations. And it's not just my favorite sections, it's also kind of like systematized, like everything to do with like internal judgments and externals. I put in one spot. Externals. And then Aurelius was like a master of perception, so he had a lot to do with time, like being present, like comparing time. See, this one's rough draft. I didn't even finish all the titles. I made another one here. I was going to actually make it on camera so you guys could see how I did it if you want to do it yourself. So this is basically just computer paper folded in half and then stapled together, printed front and back. So I got the idea from this copy of the manual. This is like 60 pages or something, but it's thin pages, so you could fit the entire book in something like this. That's where I got the idea. So I'll show you what it looks like before you staple it together. So once it comes out of the printer, it'll look like this. I used Microsoft Word, and I had to Google a few like tips and tricks on how to get it to print both sides and in order and all that. And I'll try to go over that if this video has enough time. See, so that'll be the front page, and this will be the last page, which turned out blank. So I'll probably still have my OCD. I'll probably fill that up with something. I'll probably reformat it. So what you want to do, oh yeah, this one's not going to have a cover on it because I'm getting some glossy paper, most likely this weekend, and I'm going to do a new cover with glossy paper. I think that would be cool. So I'll just do this one on camera without a cover. I could add it later. So you just try to get it really straight. If you use one of those like paper clip things, it's probably better. That's not perfect. Oh, you know what I was using? Here. Actually, this is what I was using. Now that I think of it. Get it super straight. Get it up against something. If you can clip it, even better. This holds it. Everything perfectly straight. You gotta make sure the edges are perfect. See, that edge is not perfect. I don't know how well it shows up on camera. That's pretty good right there. Okay. And then you just fold it. And this is just 5 sheets of paper. With the cover, it would be 6. So it's kind of hard to get a staple through that many pages. Also was using a pen. Let's see. Let's use this. just use a pen or something like that, and you could get it really flat. All right, so once it's like that, that's basically your book. And you just need 2 staples. So it's a little too hard just to get staples in there by itself, especially with a little junky stapler like this. So what I do, open it up, get 2 staples, and then take just anything like a pin, a little push pin. And then ideally you would measure it out. You'd be like, okay, it's perfectly 2 inches from the edge. And then you poke your holes, put 1 hole in, put your staple in, and you kind of push in the staple so it marks the second hole you'll need for the push pin. So you'll have and you don't even, once you put the staple in, you put it in this way, you could just fold the edges with your finger. That's what I did. It's really easy. So once you do that, it's done. And let's see, we're at 6 minutes. I could try to show you the software really quick. I don't want this video to be too long. Let's see. Brightness is too low. There we go. Okay. So like I said, I just use Microsoft Word. And you might have to Google 1 or 2 things that I leave out about the software. But basically, when you go to print, once you have all your pages out, let's see. This is kind of what it looks like before it's printed. And, so here, let me do it. So what I did is you want to be somewhere around 12-point font. Anything too much smaller than that will strain your eyes and it's hard to read. So say somewhere around 12, I did 11 and got away with it. And the type of font doesn't really matter since it's not giant blocks of text. If it's giant blocks, you want a serif. It's just, and then, so anyway, and then for the little indicators like the section numbers, I did size 7 font and also made it light so it doesn't stick out. It's kind of hidden, but it's still there if you want to like cross-check it with other translations or whatever, or just quote it. Anyway, so yeah, so once you go to print, one trick I learned, so this is not, here, let's see. So this is not default right here. Right here where it says printable sides, flip pages on short edge. That's what you want, and that is not the default. So you have to click that. I think it's usually on just print one side. See, there's 2 options for print on both sides, and you want short edge. If you don't do that, it's going to print upside down. And there's also one other important section where when you set up the layout, see, I just clicked layout, and then you want to go, shoot, where was it? There's an option you could click that makes it in booklet format. Well, if I can't find it here, I'll just type it in because I don't want this video to be too long. Colon size margins. What was it? I really forgot. I'll just type it in once I figure it out. And that's pretty much it. I made the margins really close to the edge just to fit more in there. Yeah, so that's it. So you can make your own little booklet. And I'm gonna also try to make a PDF. I'll try to do that today if I get time, and then I'll post the PDF also so you could have my exact copy if you want. All right. Peace out, our stoicism.